Pot Chef Show. My name's David and I am the One Pot Chef. On today's menu we'll be cooking creamy chicken and scone bake. That's a name we had to come up with on the fly simply because it doesn't actually have a name. I got this recipe from my sister Kathy who lives in Queensland, and she never had a name for it, and I don't know where she got the recipe from, and whoever she got it from didn't have a name for it either. So, it's creamy chicken and scone bake. It's a family favourite, and I'm sure it'll become a favourite of yours. First of all, we will start with about 2 or 3 cups of chopped chicken. I'm cheating here and using a bit of frozen cooked chicken. And just tip it into your pot. Get it in there. There we go. We'll also be adding a couple of cups of some mixed frozen veg. This is broccoli, cauliflower, carrot and a few other bits and bobs, green beans. It's always good to add a few extra vegetables because we just don't eat enough these days. So there. Adding to that, we're going to add 2 tins of cream of chicken soup, condensed. This is a very good recipe base because it's cheap and it's very tasty. We'll just tip that in. So, one I prepared earlier. So tip that in. Doesn't like to come out. And there she goes. There we go, and just give it a bit of a stir. Okay, so that's all mixed in there. That looks pretty good. Okay, adding to that, we're going to add some chopped onion. Now, I couldn't be bothered chopping a brown onion from scratch, so I'm kind of cheating on this as well. You'll notice when I cook things that I cheat a lot. This one is basically some dehydrated onion flakes, which I've rehydrated with a little water. So there's about 2.5 teaspoons there. But if you're using a real onion, if you're using a real onion, probably 1 small brown onion would do. And just add that to the mix. We're also going to add some garlic, about a clove of fresh, but again I'm cheating. I'm using a jar of minced. So stop laughing at me. I'm allowed to cheat, it's that much easier. So about a teaspoon is about a clove, so that's enough. Of course, on your personal taste, if you like more garlic, go for your life. I think 1's more than enough though, so that should do. Yeah, that's all mixed in there. We're also going to add some mixed dried herbs. This is thyme, rosemary, marjoram, basil, oregano and sage. Sometimes called Italian mixed herbs. It's very nice though. Not a lot because this is sort of less is more type territory, this one. So just giving that a rough stir through. Stir, stir, stir. Oh dear, making a mess. There we go. Now, we've also got some thickened cream we're going to add to this one. Now, thickened cream, you can use sour cream if you want, simply because it's just personal taste. I don't particularly like sour cream much, but I use thickened cream, it comes out just as well. So just a little bit at a time, and mix it through. You don't want this to be too runny, because this is going to be the base of the bake, so you just want a bit at a time. Add some more to that, I think. There we go, that's about half a carton I've used there of the 250ml carton. Righty-ho, I'll just grab the baking dish. This is my big Pyrex dish, and basically just tip it in. So it's not very runny, it's quite thick, so that's very good. That's what the kind of consistency we're looking for. We're just going to smooth this out, just so it's kind of even. That looks good. Okay, pop that into the sink. So we've got the first part of the bake done. And the next part will be to make the scone mixture to go on top. Okay, so now we've made our chicken and vegetable base, we now need to do our scone mixture to go on top. Now, obviously this isn't an actual scone as such. Purists will go, oh, it's not a real scone mixture. It's not really scone as such on top, it's more like a baked dough type stuff that goes on top. So it'll be crunchy on the top and it will be soft and sort of nice on the inside, sort of fluffy. So basically what we need is self-raising flour, I'm not measuring this exactly, but I'd guess it's probably about 2 to 3 metric cups. Probably a little bit more there. Might be a little too much, but it's salt and some pepper. If I can open it properly. There we go. And some more of those mixed dried herbs. So it adds a lovely flavour to it. Not too much. And just mix those dry ingredients roughly together. Okay, and just make a bit of a well in the centre, like a little hole. Just in the centre of your dry ingredients there. We will be adding 1 egg. If I can crack the bugger. There we are, and just pop that into the hole. Looking good. Bullseye. Okay, using a fork, just break your yolk and just get rid of that spoon. Just gently work it through just to get it mixed in a bit. There we go, and into that we're going to add some milk. Probably about half a cup to a cup to begin with, just to start mixing. I've got flour everywhere, what a mess. There we go. Now, we don't want this to be thick, we want this to be kind of runny, but not too runny. God, that's vague. Well, I'll make this and you'll see the consistency I'm talking about, so that makes more sense. So I'll add this is about a cup of milk so far. It's just a matter of, this is starting to get close to it. It's still very doughy, so we'll need a bit more milk to this. The last time I made this, I actually snapped my wooden spoon doing this because it was too thick. So be careful, be gentle. And then once it's thin enough, beat the living hell out of it. That's the way. Okay, we're getting close to there. So if we just look at that now, that consistency is pretty close to what we're looking for. It's not too thick, it's not too thin, it's kind of Goldilocks. Just right. So that's basically what we're looking for. Okay, get the milk out of the way. We'll bring our base over here. Put that there. And basically we're just going to be tipping this on top. Try to evenly coat it. It doesn't have to be a thick coat. Just enough to cover. Get in there. That's the way. Okay, so we just smooth it out like we did before, so it's nice and covered. I'm being a perfectionist. Yep, that looks good. So basically, that's the deal. You can do a little decorating with a bit more herb on top if you fancy being creative and pretty. There we go. That looks pretty good. Now that goes into a hot oven, 180 degrees, for about 40 minutes or so, and cover it with foil. And take the foil off in the last 5 to 10 minutes so it will now nice and golden up and brown. Now this is the finished result. This looks absolutely delicious. So I'm just going to cut a square. Just absolutely delicious looking this. I hope you're seeing how golden this is because this looks just gorgeous. Alright. Okay. Just try and lift this out. This is all the tricky bit. And you can just see there how it's nice and fluffy. We've got the lovely chicken bit underneath. That's absolutely delicious.